everybody, I'm back. This is Dave's Corner. I'm Dave D. Saint, here to talk to you about the final film that I saw this past weekend. It's a little late. I wanted to watch this movie a long time ago when it first came out. I think it's been out for like 2-3 weeks. Honestly, I was surprised that it was still out, but the film was remarkable. I said that I was going to drop a review on this a while ago, and I never did because I never actually watched it in time. But I watched it now this past weekend, and it did not disappoint. It's based on a true story about a football player named Brian Banks. The NFL, he played for the Falcons for a little while, and I think he's probably still there. I don't know. I don't follow football, but I know that the movie entails his tale. At the age of 16 years old, he was in high school. On his way to becoming an NFL football player. Everybody was looking at him. He was amazing stature, amazing physique, popular with the girls. And it turns out, if you saw the trailer, it turns out that he gets accused by a young lady at the age of 16 that he raped her. Again, we've seen a string of these movies or these stories that have been released. There's 3 that I've seen so far. This would be the 3rd. The first one was a series on Netflix called When They See Us, and it's about the Central Park 5. If you know anything about that series, it's about 5 boys that were wrongfully accused of raping a white female and leaving her for dead. They were talked into admitting something they did not do, and then they had to spend a great amount of time in jail. Being that the oldest one, which was 16 years old, spent more time in prison, not in juvenile. He spent time in prison. This guy endured a hell of a lot. If you've seen the series, there's 4 episodes to that series, and it just will get you angry how the judicial system, how wrong the judicial system is, and this system has not changed. I saw a second film called White Boy Rick about Matthew McConaughey, starring Matthew McConaughey, about a 16-year-old boy who gets talked in by the FBI to sell drugs, and he becomes a kingpin because the FBI is providing him with the drugs. So he's doing it, and then one day he gets caught by the FBI itself. They literally washed their hands from him. The boy was 16 years old. He got out of jail at 30-something years old, and this is the judicial system. They literally set him up, telling him that he had it was for a job, and then when he got caught, they washed their hands from him and they left. This is another one based on a true story. And then we have Brian Banks, young boy, 16, gets accused by this young lady that she was raped, and then his lawyer tells him to admit to the charges, that he'll go home and blah blah blah. Not admit, but not to plead, not even to plea. Not to plead guilty nor non-guilty. It's just no contest. So he says that, and then he's told that he's gonna spend a certain 6 years in jail, and that he's gonna have to sign himself from that point on as a sex offender. He goes crazy because he realizes that that he was wrongfully advised, and he please what he says, what his lawyer tells him to say, and he gets screwed. He has to spend 6 years in jail. When he finally gets out of jail, his life is destroyed. He's 20-something years old, and his dreams of playing in the NFL are slim to none. But when he gets out of jail, he does not take no for an answer. He fights and fights and fights until he actually gets a chance to get exonerated. And
just like you're doing now.
That's not what we're doing.
Come at me with all these legal excuses about the system, about how the truth doesn't matter. The truth matters.
I know it matters. I know that. Okay? And that tape is extraordinary. I agree, but I can't do anything legally.
Okay, stop. Okay? You know, man, forget the tape, okay? Because I see what's going on here. You're sitting there trying to figure out how to let me down easy again when you know what, that's not gonna happen. You want extraordinary? I'll tell you what's extraordinary about this case.
I literally sat in the theater just angry at the judicial system because of the fact that it happens to so many. At the end of the film, Brian Banks started. I mean, at the end of the film, they let you know that Brian Banks, he started. He helped start. I forgot the name of the organization, but to exonerate and to pull a lot of prisoners in jail that were wrongfully accused serving time. And the judicial system has literally thrown away the key, locked them up and thrown away the key, and a lot of these people are innocent. Can you imagine being locked up in prison for a certain amount of years knowing that you didn't do anything? And that's a lot of people in jail. I mean, the judicial system has let us down so many times. I mean, I can only say that one time it happened to me that I can say justice was unjust. They rather listen to their crooked cops sometimes, or crooked police, and rather than put things in fight for the right. If they say that you're guilty until you're innocent until proven guilty, but half of the time things are just thrown out. They listen to police over you, and you literally being a human being and have no power or anything, they will not listen to you. But I don't want to get too political. I don't want to get too preachy about it. But in the end, this movie, Brian Banks, was definitely 2 thumbs up. I am not Siskel and Ebert. I just wanted to say that this movie was a profound film. It literally, a lot of people last year were like, Black Panther should win the Academy Award or Oscar Award because it's so profound. No, Black Panther was not that. I'm sorry. It was a good movie, but it did not deserve an Academy. It didn't even deserve to be nominated. But Brian Banks, now that film was a profound film that should be considered for something. Okay, I think that movies with a definite message and profound meanings should be considered. Green Book was a great film. Green Book had something very, very profound, a profound meaning that I really enjoyed. Brian Banks should be something up there. And with that, I'm Dave D. Saint. You could tell I'm passionate about that. I'm Dave D. Saint. This has been Dave's Corner. If you like my message, if you like my video, drop a like, hit subscribe. If you see the movie, leave me a message. Let me know what you think. If you want to drop me a message, let me know what you think about me. That's awesome. I check my messages. And again, thank you for watching. Until next time.